looks like there was a lot of licking going on Lucha Underground this week. El Patron got his licks in on Tejano. Katrina was licking Mil Muertes. And with that being said, you know what time it is. It's time for some Mucha Lucha. Yes, folks, it's time for my weekly review of Lucha Underground. Welcome back. This is Jason, aka J Bone, of the Rambling About Wrestling podcast. And I do a weekly review on that podcast as well. I welcome you to go check out their content. If you want to hear some great wrestling talk and content, go check out the Rambling About Wrestling page on YouTube. And, along with, watching my stuff, I also put stuff on there occasionally, like these videos that I do on this channel. So just want to throw that quick plug out there before I get into it. Thanks for watching. So yeah, let's get into this. This is going to be my review of episode number 17. And we start out with El Patron is in Dario Cueto's office. And he wants Tejano. And, Cueto wants to kick off. He's very excited about El Patron being, wrestling in his temple and being there. But he doesn't want to do his match with Tejano. He's like, you got to give me a week or two to promote this, And he's bringing up, different names like Famous B, Ricky Mandel. El Patron's getting more and more pissed. It's so funny. Finally, clears the desk and, he's leaning over and just, right there in his face. And finally, Cueto's like, okay. It sounds like a good main event, yeah. So he finally gives him what he wants. So yeah, it's great to see this feud. And what's great about it is, and I know I'm jumping the gun and kind of going to the end, but without saying what happened right away, it's great to see guys like Matt Stryker and Vampiro talk about the feuds that happen in these matches, especially for someone new. They talk about El Patron and Tejano used to watch their fathers wrestle each other, and now they're wrestling each other. Great little commentary nuggets like that really make this show worth watching, because it's not just, once again, I hate to knock the WWE. I love them. Don't get me wrong. I watch it every week. But instead of JBL and Cole and Lawler and Booker T and all these guys bitching and moaning instead of calling a match, you have guys like Matt Stryker, who is like the ultimate in wrestling nerdom. Calling a match, talking about historical stuff with Vampiro, and there's such a great combination. So I just wanted to throw that out there before I really get into the nuts and bolts of this review. Props to those guys for still, episode after episode doing a kick-ass job. Hats off to you guys. So the first match is Mil Muertes, and he comes out alone. And he goes up against Phoenix, who also comes out alone. So, as this feud heats up with the allegiance of Katrina in the balance, you kind of wonder, is she going to come out? Who is she going to be with? Is she completely done with Mil? Is she going to back up Phoenix? What is she going to do? And honestly, as far as match of the episode, or match of the week for this show, my pick is this match between Mil Muertes and Phoenix. The way Phoenix keeps, pardon the pun, rising, um, you know, trying to mount the comeback against Mil Muertes' offense. Just, an incredible match. I mean, Mil Muertes really, knocks the shit out of him totally. Um, Pardon my French. It just, you know, the between the chops and the punches and just the assault on Phoenix was just brutal. But Phoenix, got some good moves in there too. And speaking of Phoenix, noticed in it was between segments during a commercial, they did kind of a sponsor thing, um, where it's a new thing they're doing, the move of the week, and it was Phoenix's screwdriver, where he leaps out of the ring and he's spinning at the same time, similar to like what R-Truth does, except Phoenix is a lot better. So yeah, just a great match between Mil Muertes and Phoenix. And Mil Muertes ends up doing a flatliner to finish him off, and then gets, has Katrina come in the ring and wants her to, claim her allegiance to him, do the, lick of death or kiss of death, as I like to call it. And she refuses to. But she's got that stone with her, and he starts assaulting her and roughing her up. And Phoenix clobbers Mil Muertes and gets him with the stone that she dropped, that mystic stone, that she seems to control him with, but obviously not enough to, stop him from assaulting her. So then, once Mil Muertes is knocked out, then she gives him, the kiss of death or lick of death, and the guys are funny because they're like, Phoenix, just stay away from her. And as they're saying this, as Stryker and Vampiro are saying this, Katrina just grabs him and just starts kissing him in the middle of the ring. As things are getting hot and heavy, and the fans are excited. They're happy that Phoenix won. So and I don't think this feud is by any means done. I think it's just heating up. So, however this feud ends, it's gonna be brutal. But I can't wait to see how it escalates from here. Both these guys are so fun to watch. And then, there's a promo about Conan, and at the end it says, "Revenge is coming." I won't go over all the notes, the little things that pop up on the screen, but it's similar to kind of like the comeback of, it was like a promo that we saw like a few years ago from like either Sting coming back or Taker coming back, one of those, and it's got like the Blue Saracino tune, kind of a hard rock western mystic tune. I can't think of the name of the song. I know I've downloaded it before. It's pretty good. It's been used in Undertaker promos, his comeback promos, usually around the time of WrestleMania. I'm surprised it hasn't popped up yet, because God knows he's coming back soon. But yeah, great promo, so Conan's coming back soon with Puma, and obviously this title match with Cage is happening soon too. So I can't wait to see that. Then it goes to a segment where Ivelisse is still claiming she's the baddest bitch in the temple. Dario Guido's like, yeah. I got all your messages, your texts, your voicemails. Just because you had one win over Angelico doesn't mean you're #1 contender for anything. And then he says to her, how about you have one more match with him, and we'll put. Oh, he says the only reason you won is because of Havoc interfered in your match. So he's like, so in order to make sure he doesn't interfere, we'll put him in the ring with you and make him a special referee. So they've got a match next week. It's a rematch. Evilise versus Angelico. So, Angelico is a great wrestler as well as Evilise is. He's kind of, I don't know, I'm not going to call him stupid, but just the way he was acting in the office, he was like, weird. Funny. So yeah, I like these intergender matches. It's something you don't see much, and it's something that they actually do well. So, be cool to do this. And then there's another backstage segment where El Patron comes up to Puma and he's working out, and he says, you should watch my match because if you successfully defend your title against Cage, and I'll be coming for your title soon as well. So, little word of warning, little, typical El Patron, very similar from his, how he acted in the WWE, kind of snarky, cocky, but, it's great to see this, and that'll be a great match. So you got to wonder if, what they're going to do with Puma. Is he going to be champ for long or not? Then there's a match between Big Rick and Sexy Star. This was quick, and Big Rick, obviously being a babyface now, he could have done a lot worse things to Sexy Star. Instead, he, she got a few moves in on Big Rick, but instead of completely clobbering her and hurting her, he finally got to the point where he just held her down on the mat and pinned her that way, and she then didn't have the strength to kick out because he's such a big guy. So he's going to get his chance to get his revenge on the crew. In fact, they came down and attacked him, but he defended himself well and was able to get out of it. And but I got a feeling Sexy Star is going to get in on that match as well, because she still wants revenge too for what they did to her. So that'll happen soon. And then the main event, El Patron versus Tejano. El Patron being the AAA champ down in Mexico, and Tejano being the former champ. The way this feud is now going into Lucha Underground, carrying over, it's pretty cool. And this, assuming that this was, this being El Patron's first match in Lucha Underground, I think a lot of fans assumed that he was going to come out with a win in this one, but he didn't. He actually lost by DQ because his need for revenge obviously outweighed his desire to win, and ended up whipping Tejano with his own rope, and that's how he lost by DQ. But he got his revenge, so in that sense he won. The crowd loved it, and great match though between the two. We'll have to see where this feud goes as well. And then we see Cuerno in Cueto's office, and they're talking about getting revenge on Johnny Mundo. So that feud is not done, and they actually set up a cage match for next week is probably going to be the headliner. It's going to be Johnny Mundo versus King Cuerno. I cannot wait to see this one. It's going to be brutal. It's going to be nuts. In fact, one of the producers from Lucha Underground actually posted a picture on his Twitter. I think it's Twitter. Or Lucha Underground put the picture on their Facebook. One of the two. A picture of the cage setup in in the temple. Just as a tease of things to come. And I was like, oh, I wonder what this, who's going to be involved in a cage match. Well, now we know it's, King Cuerno and Johnny Mundo. So yeah, great match set up for next week. Can't wait for that. So that's it for this. Put in the comments below. Let me know what you think about some of these feuds. What do you think about Bill Muerte's feud with Phoenix? Are you excited about El Patron being in there? Oh, and if you didn't watch my other video, I did a video this past weekend on Rey Mysterio joining AAA, and he just did an interview with Bill Apter from OneWrestling.com, and claimed on there that it looks like he's not exactly signed with AAA. It doesn't sound like he is. It sounds like he's just going there for like a couple matches, but it looks like he's going all over the place, and he's not going to be wrestling as much as I think people think he is. At least that's what I picked up from the interview, because it sounds like he wants to spend time with his kids, and raise them, which is something I touched on my video too. But he actually came out and said that, so I guessed kind of right on that, and I kind of hinted at coming to Lucha Underground. Sounds like he's interested. Didn't come right out and say, I'm going. I'll be appearing there soon. But so yeah, just a small update on that. But yeah, go check it out. It's on YouTube, OneWrestling.com, and go check out the interview with Rey Mysterio that Bill Apter had. Good stuff. So that's it for this. Thanks for watching.